What's up, y'all? I just realized I don't have like an intro like montage the way everyone else does. I haven't got to the point where I know how to do that. So this is me just introing this. I'm going to play next is a little clip that Jess from Honest Fiction made for us, because we tried to do this whole Zoom call to draw names for this, and somehow the sound got corrupted. So she put together the clip you're gonna see next, and yeah. And obviously the two people that chose my books were McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay and Sam from Sam Reads a Little. McKay chose Hush Hush for age gap, and then Sam chose The Silent Waters by Brittany C. Cherry for Brother's Best Friend. So I think I forgot to mention those details like when I actually start the vlog itself, so that's my bad. But yeah, okay. Next you're gonna see Jess's cool clip. Okay, bye.
It's a feeling that I bonfire.
What's up, y'all? Good morning. I am sitting in my car and I am, let me see, a few chapters into Hush Hush by, I don't know if it's Lucia, or Lucha Franco. I don't know which one it is, but I'm just gonna go with Lucha Franco because that's what I hear other people say. So yeah, it's Hush Hush. I'm listening to it via audio. I do have the paperback. I bought it a long time ago. Obviously I haven't read it, so I wanted to get it because it was gonna go out of print because it got picked up by a traditional publisher. So that's why I have it. But yeah, so I'm just a few chapters in. Obviously this will include spoilers. I don't know how to talk about stuff without spoiling it, so sorry in advance. But I mean, I know the kind of gist of the story. Obviously she's gonna be like an escort and she's gonna fall in love with some old rich guy. But right now she just turned 21. They went partying, her and her roommate, who is a rich girl that apparently doesn't accept her parents' money, but she makes her own. And turns out she makes it by being an escort. And so she is trying to convince her in so many ways to join her in this experience, this career path. So yeah, the only really criticism that I have so far, based off the fact that it's an audiobook, is the narrator. She's not bad by any means, but she sounds very, how do I say, like very goody. I don't know how to explain it. Like some of the language that they use, you know, because they're like college girls, so they use a lot of slang and stuff like that, and the narrator just doesn't sound like that age group, so it sounds kind of funky. It sounds like you know, like your mom saying slang words. But anyways, I can kind of live with that. So anyways, that's all I got for now. So yeah, I'm heading to work, and I do listen to my audiobooks as I'm working, so I'll probably just be checking in again here on my lunch break. So anyways, see you soon. Bye. All right, checking in. I'm about to have lunch. I can't really record myself while I'm at work. I mean, I probably could. Today actually would have been a good day to do it because most people work from home on Mondays, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, so I am maybe like halfway in to Hush Hush, and so far I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Something that kind of annoys me about Aubrey, which is the main character, let me see, why is this, okay, is that she's very like wishy-washy with this whole deal. Like, first of all, it kind of bugs me that she's constantly referring to it as like hooker and whore, selling myself, and I just feel like this, I don't think this was published that long ago, that's not a very what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like most people are more open-minded as far as like college-aged chicks, mostly because it doesn't bother her like having sex. She apparently is like so open about sex and has all these one-night stands and blah blah blah. So I'm like, so like, why do you have to stress the fact that you're selling yourself? Like, and not why do you have to stress it, but why do you have to really drill the whole whore, the whole hooker, prostitute? Like, I mean, I don't know, I feel like that's very that's kind of like something maybe early 2000s people would be more likely to say. I don't know. Anyways, I don't really like that she, in her first date with James, which is the, you know, rich guy that she ends up falling in love with, she like, there wasn't enough, she didn't hold back enough. Like, she was already pretty much like falling for him from the jump. And then she, they're not supposed to give any of their real, you know, details about their life. And she really didn't like put up much of a fight. She told him her real age and that she was a student. And I'm like, that's like the one thing you're not supposed to do. And you did it without really hesitating. What else? Yeah, I think she's just, when it's, I feel like when a romance is this kind of like Pretty Woman type setup, where it's like an escort and a rich guy, it's kind of tricky to keep some sort of tension because, you know, he's already paying her for the dates and to sleep with him. So it's like there's got to be some other way that the author can still keep that tension regardless of the fact that they are already are having like, you know, intimate moments. And I feel like it's all happening kind of fast. So I'm not like obsessed with it, but I mean, it's not bad. The scene where she interviewed for the position, that was pretty hot, I will admit. But yeah, I don't know. She's just, I feel like it's this narrator too doesn't help the cause. She doesn't sound like the character. Like in my head, I picture a girl that sounds youthful. This narrator sounds like an older very professional woman, like saying slang terms like oh my, I can't think of anything right now, of course, on the spot I can't, but she just sounds weird when she says certain stuff because it doesn't sound natural. Anyways, I'll check in probably after work. I don't think I'll finish it because I have a meeting with my boss to go over some stuff, so I'll probably still be reading it later on this evening. I do want to finish it though, I think I can, but that's all I got for now. Bye. Good morning again. Coming from my kitchen this time. So I want to say, I'm not even sure to be honest, because Audible sucks at showing you how far into a book you are, like percentage wise, but I know I'm over halfway. Okay, so again, spoilers, that stands throughout the vlog. So I feel like at this point I should already be rooting for this couple to work or to, you know, be together, and I'm just not. There's a couple of things that I'm kind of like, that just leave a bad taste in my mouth. First of all the drug use, like I understand it might be a thing in like actual sex work, but I feel like they just bring it up every 5 minutes, like popping Percocets, and I'm like, how do you do that and not become a fucking junkie? Because that's like something you can get addicted to pretty easily. And I mean, popping pills is just as, you know, bad as shooting up. Anyways, but I am just, okay, she's only been with James a few times, and she hasn't had sex with him, right? But she also I haven't seen them form a connection. Like everything, I mean, obviously it's sex work, so everything that they're doing involves, you know, sexual favors, and I just don't see any like substance in that relationship. And okay, it really bothers me. I understand she's an escort, so, you know, guys are gonna be married or whatever, but it really bothers me that he's over here, you know, willing to pay $200,000 a month and pay for her living expenses, buy her an apartment, like all that shit. I just don't, it doesn't sit right with me that he's willing to do all of that, but it's like, we're just not going to talk about the fact that he's married. I think she's only brought it up a couple times, and he just is like, like, it's hard to explain. It's a long story type thing. And I'm just like, that's just not good enough. I don't know. I just don't understand, how is she already so fucking like head over heels when they haven't, like, there has not been any connection. He's like, oh, I like the fact that you can stand up for yourself and blah, blah, blah. And then she says, there's this little comment she makes where she's like, and do you want me to call you daddy? And then he's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Little things like that. And I'm like, that's literally like the most basic of basic things that any woman could say. Like, she's not special for saying that. I guess I'm just not seeing what makes her so special that he's willing to drop $200,000 and, you know, all that shit for what? Like, and it's like, how do you want her to consider this when you're married? Like, you want her to be your full-time side chick and you're married. And I'm not like anti-cheating in romance. I love it. It's like adds to the drama. But in this case, it just don't sit right with me. Like, something about it. I mean, I'll give it this. The spice is fucking hot. Like, Lucha Franco can write some sex scenes, okay? The threesome, that was pretty hot. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else stood out. Oh, her dating Daniel. Something about that really fucking pisses me off too, because she is definitely using him to try and get over James, even though she's not admitting that she's like already fucking in love with him, which low-key she is. But like, this dude is actually like really feeling her, and he's telling her he hasn't been in a relationship since his ex-fiance who cheated on him. And he's like, so just don't spread your legs and be honest with me and we'll be golden. And she's just like, mm-hmm. And then she's like, I can see, like, is this what it's supposed to be like? Just easy, like a relationship, blah, blah, blah. First of all, didn't she say in the beginning how she doesn't do relationships, but like now you're wanting a relationship? Like that just, mm-mm. And I feel bad, like, don't drag this dude that, I mean, we don't know enough about him to say if he's a good guy or not. He's a doctor, so, you know, supposedly he's good. But, I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna end well, and someone's gonna get hurt. And it's not even like a love triangle, because he's not, like, there's no way for him to win over James for her. And I don't know. I'm just not sold. And I feel like at this point I should be sold. I should be rooting for them, for this shit between them to like turn into something more. And I'm just not. I mean, I feel like when they do, if they do have sex, because I don't know if she's, you know, I mean, obviously they're going to have sex, Cindy, come on. The romance is between them. Yeah, when they have sex, it's gonna be explosive, obviously. But I'm just not, like, we're more than halfway done, and we still, like, what's gonna happen with the wife, with his marriage? Is she on her deathbed? Is that why he hasn't divorced her? Like, do they have a prenup? Do they not have a prenup? What? I just don't understand. There's so many things that I need to know that I don't know yet in order for me to be like, okay, this could work. But yeah, that's where I'm at so far. And I'm just not crazy about Aubrey. Like, something about her just kind of fucking, like, I don't know. She's like, not like other girls, but not like other girls. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean. Anyways, yeah. That's all I got for now. I'll check in later. Bye. What's up, y'all? I'm in my office, and I just had to, like, record a quick clip because something happened that I saw fucking coming, and I'm pissed. I don't like it. Not only is this man married, but he's her best friend's father. Okay. I don't like him. I don't like it. I feel like there's nothing that can happen now that will make me root for this relationship. Everything about it, I dislike. Okay, that's it for now. Yo, I can't stand this fucking man. Everything about this fucking pisses me off. I don't care if it's like a romance and they're gonna get a happily ever after. There's just no, I do not think there's anything that can happen that will make me accept this. Because at this point, they know the truth. And she's telling him no, and he is refusing to accept it, and also just doesn't care that he's married. And I'm sorry, but that's her best friend's dad. That's a hard no. I just can't. Like, if I wasn't reading this for this vlog, I would DNF it because this shit just annoys me. And like, I already made my mind up about it. And yeah, this is why I don't really like billionaire romance and like rich man shit, because they always win. They always win. The money always wins. And she has a boyfriend too, and he's over here going to her apartment while his wife and daughter are still I'm like livid, actually. Okay, I'll check in later. Okay, y'all, it's literally been like 5 minutes since the last update. I want to DNF this book so bad. I don't like it. I don't like it. Excuse me. I don't like it. She's being bought. Like, do you even have a freaking spine? It's too easy. Too fucking easy. She's like, I would never betray my best friend like that. Oh, but here's $10 million. And she's like, I just might. I'm glad she's not my friend. That's what I'm saying. What's up, y'all? In my car again. And I am coming on here to say that I fucking hate this book. I don't see the appeal. The people, the couple, the heroine, the hero, I fucking hate them. They're horrible fucking people. I don't even know how this shit's gonna end, and honestly, I really don't even care because it's all bullshit. Like, I'm trying to, you know, acknowledge that this is a fictional story, but I'm sorry, I just cannot get past. I can do cheating, okay? Cheating isn't what bothers me. What bothers me is that this guy is a fucking poor excuse of a father, okay? He just provides financial security. That's really it. He's a fucking shitty ass husband, and Aubrey is horrible. I am so glad that I don't have friends. With friends like that, who needs enemies type shit, okay? I cannot believe this bitch. Like, tell me what person, oh my God. Okay, she has the audacity to ask her best friend, whose dad she is actually fucking and getting paid for it. She's asking her friend if she's ever started to feel more for a client than she should. I'm like, are you fucking, how are you living with yourself? I'm getting way too like serious about this. Like, I'm definitely having way more of a reaction than is necessary, considering that it's all fucking bullshit and it's just a book. But y'all, people love this book and I don't get it. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not convinced that they have anything fucking in common. I mean, not even regardless of the age factor. Just, all they do is have sex. Like, you're gonna risk everything for that? I don't. And she's a fucking horrible girlfriend to her boyfriend. Like, he didn't do anything to fucking deserve that, and she is literally, I hope she gets caught up in all her fucking lies and it blows up in her face. And whatever the ending is, it's all bullshit. Like, this book is stupid. I'm fucking annoyed. And yeah, that's about where I'm at right now. Okay, bye.
My chest rises and falls fast. James cups my face. Using the pads of his thumbs, he wipes away my tears and ultimately nods. I make my way to his front door. My breathing deepens with each step I take. I place my hand on the knob and pause, knowing that when I walk out, I'll never see him again. I look over.
What's up, y'all? I am sitting in my car in front of Walk-Ons. Supposed to have happy hour with my coworkers. I really would rather not be here, but you know, such is being an adult in corporate America. Schmoozing with your coworkers. Anyways, y'all, I'm about 12 minutes away from finishing this stupid fucking book, and I just wanted to come on here because the visceral reaction that I have had to this godforsaken, stupid romance is unlike anything I've ever felt before. I genuinely feel like if you didn't know I was reading a book and I was talking about this, you would think that this was my personal life experience, okay? I despise these characters so much. This entire story is just like complete and utter bullshit. I know, it's a book. I'm having a very hard time, you know, suspending my disbelief or whatever that saying is. And I just really, I fucking hate these people. Not 1 second throughout this entire fucking book have I thought James was a genuinely good guy. And I'm not talking like, you know, there's morally gray characters that are fucking serial killers and I can look past that. But this man is just trash. He's a horrible father, horrible husband, horrible fucking whatever, like sugar daddy. He's just horrible, horrible. And Audrey is fucking trash. Like, Natalie is a better person than me because I would have thrown her on the street. I would have thrown her shit out the window. I would have never spoken to her again. Loyalty is like #1 to me in a friendship. And I can hold a fucking grudge. And what it comes down to it is, no, you cannot be with my father. I don't care if he's fucking divorced now. I am your best friend and you are my age. You're not going to be with my father. And I'm not against the age gap. But in this case, it's different. That's your daughter's best fucking friend. He's just trash, y'all. I'm definitely taking this shit way too seriously. And I have to go now, so I just wanted to say that. Okay, bye. What's up, y'all? Good morning again. It's Friday. I am starting, well, I started Silent Waters by Brittany C. Cherry, which is a brother's best friend. That was my pick as far as tropes go. So this is the one that Sam from Sam Reads a Little picked for me. So I'm just getting ready for work. Fridays I only work half a day, so I'm just doing like the bare minimum. No one really works in the office on Fridays, so it's just gonna be me and like 2 other people. Anyways, so I started it. I'm still in the very early bits of it, but off the bat, it starts off in their childhood. And in all honesty, that's like one of my least favorite things in books. I don't really like reading. Like, I don't mind if it's a, you know, just like a quick flashback scene, but like, I don't want to read about some fucking kids talking. That probably makes me sound super horrible, but I don't. Like, I don't know. As long as it doesn't, if it doesn't last too much longer, it's fine. But if it goes on for several more chapters, I'm probably gonna be annoyed. Anyways, at this point, the little girl is basically, her dad married this woman, and the woman had kids, and her son's best friend is the guy that this little girl is all in love with. Now, something that's going on that is kind of, I don't know, it's just a little weird to me. This little girl is like obsessed with marriage and like marrying this little boy. This little boy doesn't, like, he kept telling her like to leave him alone about it, and she just like didn't give a fuck. I know they're kids, but I don't know, to me that's weird. Like, if it were to happen in real life, no ma'am. Like, if it was my niece, I would have a talk with her, because that's weird. Oops. That's where I'm at. I'm just making some coffee. Getting ready to go to work in a bit, and it's Friday. This vlog is supposed to go up on Sunday, I believe. So I gotta, I probably won't be able to get in too much listening to this audiobook at work today because I only work half a day, and then I have to spend like 2 hours in a meeting. And according to this, I have like a little under 6 hours left, so I should be able to do that easily today. But yeah, that's all I got so far, and we'll see you later. Bye. What's up, y'all? I'm back with another update on the Silent Waters. The Silent Waters by Brittany C. Cherry. So I kind of got past the annoying bit of like them being kids. I mean, it wasn't all annoying because obviously, spoiler alert, but if you have read this, then like the big thing happens when they're kids. I don't know if you guys have Dutch Bros where you at, but we just got one here where I live, and I'm obsessed. This is like a energy drink, but they have it in sugar-free options. The foam stuff isn't sugar-free though. Anyways, yeah, so when the little girl is little, she's in the woods. She's supposed to meet up with the little boy that, you know, they're supposed to have like this little pretend wedding because she's in love with him. And she's there waiting. He never shows up. So she gets impatient and goes wandering around to, what was it? A creek or something like that? Not a lake. I think it was a creek. And she hears a couple arguing. Turns out the dude drowns the chick. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure at some point we'll find out who it was, if it was anyone like important. But he drowns his wife, I think, and she witnesses it. And he sees her, like she makes noise, and he realizes she just saw everything. So he, you know, is basically telling her, you better not say anything kind of deal, but like in a very much threatening way. And so she basically is scared so much that she becomes like mute. I think it's called selective mutism. I don't know if that's what it's called, but she's traumatized. She doesn't leave her house. Like, we're now at, fast forward 10 years, I think. She's in technically high school age, but she's homeschooled because she couldn't leave her house after that. And oh my gosh, sorry guys, my dog, are you having a party over there or what? Anyways, yeah, so where was I? Oh yes, it's like 10 years later, and she has never left her house. And a lot has happened as far as like her trauma has kind of caused problems, I think, in her parents' marriage. And like the mom quit her job so that she could homeschool her, and you know, they could obviously never get her to talk. They've taken her to all kinds of psychiatrists, and they have not had success in getting her to speak. So she just like writes on a little dry erase board to communicate. But the whole time, this little boy is still her friend. Whenever all that happens, he gets like, he feels guilty because he's like, if I would have gone when she was expecting me, instead of being so late, then she would have never gone wandering and this would have never happened. But mind you, nobody knows what happened because she has never said anything. Hey, I don't know what you're doing, but simmer down. Anyway, so I'm at the point where, okay, so she has a sister, and which is like her stepsister. She's a little bitch, I'll just tell you that, okay? Even when they were little, she was a little bitch. And now that they're older, she's even more of a bitch. And she broke up with her boyfriend to conveniently, you know, con this little boy into going to prom with her as friends, because he also was just, he just broke up with his girlfriend. And, you know, he's like the little boy everyone, well, he's not a little boy, they're teenagers now. Everyone crushes on, and he basically is like best friends with Maggie, the little girl, the main character that's mute. And the sister is just such a bitch. Like, she is doing it to be spiteful to her sister when she knows her sister and him have this special connection. Anyways, that's where I'm at. I am really liking it now. Now that we've gotten to like the meat. So yeah, I'm guessing, well, see what happens is he finds, he's in her room and he notices a notebook. So he kind of is being nosy and flips it open, and he sees like a kind of like a bucket list of places she wants to go. But obviously this is all like in her like imagination, because she reads like obsessively. That's how she, I guess, she lives vicariously through reading through these characters and these stories. And her sister's always giving her shit about it. I'm like, it annoys me because I was like that. Like, I read incessantly when I was growing up, to the point where my mom thought there was something wrong with me because I wouldn't socialize and I would just read all day. But yeah, anyways, her sister's a bitch is my point. And I'm really hoping that this little boy does not let the sister lure him into her little web of little teenage bitchiness and like gets him to make out with her while the sister, you know, is somewhere where she can see. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting from that sister. So anyways, that's where I'm at. And yeah, it's Friday. I went to Target and Sephora. Here, I'll show you what I got from Sephora, because you know, girl stuff. So I got Amika, I think. Amika dry shampoo, Way anti-dandruff shampoo, because I got, you know, I got some scalp issues. And then I got this Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I definitely don't need another serum, y'all. I have like issues. I used to buy a lot of makeup, and now that I don't really wear makeup, I buy a lot of skincare. And then I got this Tower 28, it's like a lip gloss. I just got it in clear though. Let's try it out. Okay, I don't wanna do it one hand. Okay. Yeah, it's just clear. I buy a lot of lip stuff because I got dry as fuck lips, and you can never have enough lip stuff. It smells good. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm just gonna continue drinking my little energy drink, pop on my headphones and listen to the rest of this. I'll probably finish it. I mean, I have all day. I don't have any plans today because, you know, no life. Yeah, so I'll check in later. Bye. What's up, y'all? Oh, another quick check-in. This shit is sad. Oh my god. I am a mess, y'all. Like, I knew I did not like this fucking stepmom. As it is, the stepsister was bad enough, and like now the stepmom is literally ruining this little girl's life. Like, the only good thing that she has is that boy, and it's like she's sabotaging her own daughter's happiness just because she can't figure out how to make her better. Like, oh my god. There's no right way to deal with someone who has, you know, been through something traumatic and you don't even know the details because they won't speak. But like, for her to insert herself and tell this guy that he's gonna hold himself back if he stays with her because she's never gonna be normal and she's never gonna leave. Oh my god. I mean, maybe it's because it's not her biological daughter, because something tells me if that was the other girl, the sister, that she would not be like that. She's just, because she can't figure it out, and because her stupid friends, you know, talk about her daughter like she's not even a fucking human, it doesn't give her the right to like make these choices for her. Oh, it's just, I hate that mom. I hate her. What's up, y'all? Okay, so the last time I spoke to y'all, the girl's mom basically had the guy break up with her. It was a nightmare. Anyways, so the guy and the band that he's in, they get a deal. He becomes this big rock star, and the entire time, well, okay, let me back up a little bit. So the mom was telling him, like, you know, you just need to leave her, she's holding you back, blah, blah, blah. So he doesn't want to, and he asks her, like, do you want me to leave you alone? Because if you want me to stay, I'll stay. If not, then I'll go. And she doesn't want him to go, but her mother has convinced her that she is, in fact, holding him back. So he ends up leaving, but he writes to her, well, they exchange books, right? So he'll read a book because he would always read her books, and after she'd read them, and they would compare like what they tabbed on it and everything. It was really cute. And so he starts doing that. He starts sending her books, and he would write little annotations and whatever. And then she would write back, and eventually, you know, I think it's like 10 years or something down the line, he tells her that he met someone, and then when he tells her that, she just like decides it's probably not a good idea to continue writing to him, because if he does have this significant other, she doesn't want her to like end up coming across these books with him exchanging letters, you know. So all that happens, and then she breaks up with him because basically she's like, I feel like a third wheel in this relationship because he still can't let go. She calls her the book girl because he's always reading the books. He still sends them to her, but she doesn't write back. And so she's like, you know, I can't be the third person in this relationship. So they break up. He ends up going back home for, what is it? Just like a break, really. Him and the other guy in the band is that girl's brother. So she knows that they're back. Then their neighbor, the lady, the mean old lady that is very much like part of her life now after she became mute, because you know, she had experienced the same thing with her daughter, and her daughter unalived herself as a result. So this lady has been kind of like her only friend. Well, she ends up getting into a car accident, and God, what is her name? I can't remember what. Okay, her name is Maggie May. Okay, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue, but she, you know, she hasn't left her home in years. And finally, because this is like her only friend, she's like, I have to do it. I have to leave. And she thinks it's gonna be that thing to light a flame under her ass and, you know, actually get her to leave the house. And then she tries and she can't do it. So because she couldn't do it, that boy, that guy, he ends up doing it because he's like, if she can't be there, like, I'll be there for her type of thing. So that happens, and then he's still in town. They decide to go on like a boys' boat trip, and there's an accident. You know, he gets injured very badly, and it's like a near-death situation. They have to amputate like 2 of his fingers, and his voice is never the same, and he's miserable, right? And she actually like finally does leave the house because he's in the hospital, and she like, that's the one thing that does it, the thing that finally breaks the hold that her trauma has had on her. So she goes, and the guy is like, he goes into this deep depression, and he tells her, I need time alone. And so she gives him his space because she's like, he gave it to me when I asked for it. And some time passes, and eventually she's like, no, this is too much. Like, I need to go. Like, I need to help him, you know, carry this weight, so he doesn't do it alone. So she goes, he's staying at like, that neighbor of theirs, the one that ended up surviving, the old lady. He goes to her lake house or something, or cabin. Anyway, so she ends up going, and he's like turned into an alcoholic. He's an asshole to her, yada yada. Eventually, she has just about fucking had it with him, and she speaks, like she yells at him because he has turned into like this fucking other person, right? She's like, you promised me. And he's like, holy shit. And then it just makes him reevaluate everything. And then from there, she just starts speaking, right? And then so they go to return the boat that the guys had when he had his accident. And the twist that I guessed, but it didn't really bother me that I guessed it, the man that owns the boat store, it turns out that he was the man from the woods that, you know, she entered into this fucking traumatic experience, all because of him. And it's just, I mean, from there on, it doesn't really matter. They get their HEA. She obviously helps the cops. She turns him in, helps the cops convict him, and oh my god, y'all. And yeah, and then they get their HEA, and it's the fucking cutest thing ever. They have a cat that they named Jam, and the dog that, what is the name? I forget, but it's all the stuff that she would say when they were little kids, when she was like obsessed with wanting to marry him. And she's like, we're gonna have all these kids, and a dog named something or other, and a cat named Jam. And they end up having kids, and he ends up getting to a point where he can perform again, and it's just it's so fucking good. Like, I loved that book, and the fact that it made me cry, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that's like instant 5 stars for me. And I'm like a vibes. I go based off of vibes when it comes to, hold on, when it comes to rating. So were there plot holes or anything like that? I don't know, maybe. I don't really fucking pay attention. I did see the twist coming, but I don't care because I loved it overall. So it's getting 5 stars. So Sam, you picked a good one. So I guess 1 out of the 2 is better than hating both of them, right? So I think that's a win. Yeah, so now I need to edit this, and we're posting it tomorrow, so fingers crossed that I can figure out what the fuck I'm doing. And I've bought a shitload of books lately. I was gonna add it into this video, like a little haul, but this is probably gonna be long enough as it is, so I'll just make that a separate video. Don't hold me to it, like I'm not promising a date, but at some point soon, because I already have them, they're sitting there. Before I put them away, I can do it. So that's all I got for now. Y'all let me know what you thought. If you've read either of these, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Even if you don't agree with me, that's totally cool. We can agree to disagree. And yeah, thanks to all the ladies for inviting me to take part in this little collaboration. And yeah, I'm excited to do more videos for you guys and see what dumb shit I can come up with. I'm an elder millennial, guys, so this is my sign off. Bye.